Hey, it's Tyler D here for 93.5 The Beach, and I have a very special guest with me today, one that I am personally very excited to welcome. As a fairly big wrestling fan myself, it is my honor to welcome the AEW and Ring of Honor star, Mark Briscoe. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing, my friend?
Doing all right. If you could actually just for me real quick, I didn't check. Just move the microphone a little bit to your left, so that way.
A little loud here, a little loud.
I'm covering your face. That's why.
Oh.
Hold on.
Where we at?
There we go. That's
Shoot.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
My bad.
I didn't know they was looking at the money maker. Okay.
We're gonna keep that in because that's how we do it here.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you doing?
I mean, I'm doing good. I couldn't be doing no better. If I was doing any better, I'd be you.
Well, we're happy to have you here on the beach. So I just wanted to say you're a hometown boy. You are through and through the Delmarva area, right?
100%, man. 93.5 The Beach. I mean, that's been a good part of my life. Has been 93.5 The Beach has been a let's see, how exactly do I use my vocabulary here? 93.5 The Beach has been a part of. Well, when it comes to radio stations, if anybody asks me what's the rock and roll station, I'm gonna say 93.5 The Beach.
Yeah, buddy.
So I mean, I didn't really articulate that as smoothly as I wanted to, but Delmarva, born in Salisbury, lived in Laurel my whole life. Moved up there Seaford for a couple years, moved down Willard for a couple years, but always been right here, Delmarva, right on the Eastern Shore, Maryland, Delaware. Should we go down Virginia, do some bass fishing, some deer hunting, you know what I mean? But yes, right here, baby, hometown.
Yeah, you're a hometown boy. You've been listening to the beach, and we are Delmarva's rock station after all.
Oh yeah.
So you started wrestling back in 2001, correct?
2000 actually.
2000.
May
okay.
20th, 2000, first match up in Wilmington.
Oh really? So what was that like? Your very first match, building
man.
up to it, the debut. What was that like?
So I mean, very, very nervous. A lot of butterflies, a lot of nerves. I mean, I was 15 years old. My brother was 16 years old. They had it so it was me versus him. But before we got to start wrestling, two of the local bad guys, Mr. Ooh La La and the fabulous Mozart Fontaine, they came down and crashed the party and said, "You two pipsqueaks, y'all don't even deserve to be in the ring, but if you're going to be in the ring, then you might as well take on the two of us in a tag team match." Okay. So that was May 20th, 2000 up in Wilmington. We emerged victorious in our first match there, and it's just been a crazy ride ever since.
Yeah, you've been still going. I mean, you've made it all the way to Ring of Honor AEW. You were some of the inaugural inductees into the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame back in 2022 with your brother Jay.
Yes, sir.
When did you and your brother both decided you want to be pro wrestlers? Because I feel like everyone's journey is different. So
yeah, man, that's what we wanted to be from the time that we could. I got a baby that's not quite 1 year old yet. I got a baby that's 2 years old. I got one that's about to turn 4. I got one that's 5. I got one that's 6. I got a bunch of kids. But basically, what I'm getting at is I'm trying to remember as far back as I can remember. I don't think I can remember when I was 2 years old, but I think I can remember when I was 3 going on 4. So at that point, I already wanted to wrestle. So as long as I can remember, me and my brother, we always wanted to be pro wrestlers. We always had each other to wrestle against. So there was never, you don't need no equipment to wrestle. You don't need a baseball bat. You don't need a football. You don't need a hoop. You don't need a net. You just wrestle. So me and my brother always had that. We always had each other. So we always wrestled, and we always wanted to wrestle from even before I can remember. There was a short period of time there. I give it maybe 3 to 5 years, 3 to 8 years, something like that, where we thought to ourselves, let's be football players. Let's pursue professional football. That's what I want to be when I grow up, a pro football player. But like I said, that didn't last very long. Got right back into wrestling, and it's like that's what the good Lord put us on this here earth for, to be wrestlers.
Yeah, I agree. You're captivating, man. I don't know how else to put it. You've just got such an incredible personality, and the promo style, just the energy that you bring is incredible, and especially in ring too. You're awesome.
I appreciate that. I try to not see back in the day, back when back when I was just cutting teeth in the wrestling business, I was a little bit more reserved and a little bit more, apprehensive and couldn't really cut loose, let loose. But then that's somewhere along that journey. It's been 26 years now. Somewhere along that journey, I realized you got to cut loose. You got to let loose. You got to just let it all out. And that's when it became funner, when it became easier. And I mean, that's just what it's all about, man.
Yeah. So you recently just returned to television on Dynamite recently with your Conglomeration brethren.
Yes, sir.
After being out for a little while.
And sisterin.
And sisterin, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Brethren and sisterin. So what was that time out? How was that just dealing with not being in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, it's like two sides of the same coin, because on one side it's like get to recharge the body, get to refresh mentally, get to kind of just slow down, settle down, just kind of reset, which is nice. But then at the same time it's like chomping at the bit, because I don't like, my normal mode is on a weekly basis I'm in the ring, like I'm doing my thing all the time. There's no, like Tony Khan says it all the time, there's no off season in pro wrestling.
That's right.
So I actually had my knee cleaned out. I had orthoscopic surgery on my knee, had it cleaned out. I ain't no spring chicken no more, but it had some meniscus was torn and flapping, and some cartilage is floating around. So, just got the knee cleaned up, just going to be feeling real good when I get back in the ring. But yeah, it's like I said, it's two sides of the same coin. It's nice to refresh, recharge, and reset, but at the same time, just chomping at the bit to get back at it.
Yeah, you're going up against Tommaso Ciampa, which is, I'm a big Ciampa fan personally, so I'm excited to see how that goes. So AEW, Ring of Honor, are here in Salisbury for the weekend. Tell the people, what can they expect?
Man, the best pro wrestling on the planet.
Best pro wrestling.
The best pro wrestling on the planet. And I ain't talking about sports entertainment. Now, don't get me wrong, you will be highly entertained, but man, it's the best pro wrestling in the ring, bell to bell, best pro wrestling on the planet. It's I don't think it's a debate at this point. I mean, it's, especially here in the States, man, we just, what we do and what our guys and girls are doing in the ring right now it's like a renaissance for pro wrestling, like for the actual sport of pro wrestling, for the in-ring action, for the skill, the physicality, the heart, more so than just the drama and the soap opera stuff and the backstage stuff. I'm talking about in the ring, making you feel something. That's what AEW, Ring of Honor, that's what we're bringing to the table.
Yeah, after all, AEW is, we're the best wrestle.
We're the best wrestle, brother.
If you had to pick if you had to decide what your dream match is, or maybe you've already had it, what is that dream match? Against who? Match type, stipulations, all that?
Man, I tell you, it's hard, like, at this point with all the matches that I've had and that we've had, it's just hard. It's just that the dog collar match with FTR, which ended up being me and my brother's last match in Ring of Honor, and our second to last match just in general before he passed, that was, it's hard to, it's like you couldn't book that, you couldn't plan that, you couldn't write that down before it happened and it be any more just perfect and like a send off to a career. And like, so it's hard to ever touch that. So yeah, man, that dog collar match with FTR back in 22, but about a month before my brother passed, that was unlike anything else, especially in hindsight.
Yeah, I can imagine. That sounds incredible, knowing that. We are a music station, after all. Radio. Yeah. I have to ask, who have you been listening to lately? Like literally anything and everyone. We are a rock station, but it doesn't got to just be rock.
Well,
we know.
I'm kind of stuck in my younger days. Mm-hmm. So man, I still play some Audioslave,
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, there's a Christian fella, Forrest Frank. I'm really enjoying his music right now. He's got a band, or he's with a group called Surfaces. I've been listening to them. They're real good. I listen to some country western music. Some people like country western music. Some people don't like country western music, but I happen to enjoy country western music. The old boy Morgan Wallen. That might be a very, very, what do you want to call it? Very commercial answer. But hey, the boy got some good songs.
Good music's good music. I ain't gonna deny that.
Yeah, you can't get mad when you sitting there and you singing a song on the radio. Next thing you don't even know, but you in there singing. You in there singing like like you the one that wrote the song. And then what's that lady? One of them new country ladies sing that he choosing Texas? I can tell.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
That jam will get you.
Yeah, but I know the song exactly what you're talking about. Can't remember though.
Oh yeah, that's a good one there. But yeah, man, music is a beautiful thing. It's much like pro wrestling. There's different flavors, different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? It's kind of like ice cream. Yeah. So I ain't gonna. So I'm gonna go with back to your initial question. I'm gonna say Audioslave.
Audioslave. All right, we'll take it. I wanted to talk the actual in-ring action, right? So wrestling, I know people, have a sort of, I guess the best way to say it is a bias against it if you're the average person. But as a fan myself, I know it's real. Like the damage you're taking is real. So I feel like everyone's got a move they don't like to take. If you had one move that you were like, I hate doing that, you'll do it anyway. Yeah. But you're just like, I cannot do that one. What's that for you,
man? Well, a good spine buster is always, especially when it goes, you gotta take it to the next level in the old Alabama Slam, which is like a spine buster, but a spine buster on steroids, and where it's just you're just whipping, and the back of your head is just smacking the ring, smacking the mat, and that's always one where I'm like, yep, all right, here we go.
Gonna feel that one later tonight.
Oh, for sure. Yep. And then whenever somebody starts tangling my legs up, like they're gonna put me in like a surfboard or like most of the time I try to wiggle free, and I try to counter that because, like I said, I don't like when they get my knees all tied up nowadays. My knees ain't young as they used to be, but yeah, man. But like you said, it's pro wrestling is a very unique form of entertainment, a very unique sport because it's a little bit of both. It's like I heard one of the guys in the locker room was saying like, pro wrestlers are like the Navy SEALs of entertainment. It's we don't get the cut. All right, try it again. All right, yep, let's do that over. That didn't go good. Like we got there.
You got one shot.
We got one shot, and we're in front of a live crowd. There's people 20 feet away sitting there in the front row. So it's like, is it a sport? Yes. Is it entertainment? Yes. It's all blended into one, and there really ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so wonderful. That's what really got me hooked.
Yes,
I started very late, 2016.
Okay.
So I was still in high school when I found my brother introduced it to me.
Nice.
So yeah, pro wrestling, it's legit. It is one of the premier forms of entertainment, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, so when it's done right and when it's done good, there ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like you're sitting there and you know what's going on, but just the suspension of your disbelief, it's just like, man, it ain't nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Last question I have for you real quick. Who would you say is your biggest inspiration when it comes to, or biggest inspirations to how you approach wrestling?
I like a lot of the old rugged guys, like Stan Hansen. There's a fella, Stan Hansen. Mm-hmm. He wrestled a lot in All Japan Pro Wrestling. He's a Texan, I do believe. Big burly white fella that just hits hard, just hits super hard. So Stan Hansen, how he made it look so real, and not just made it look real, but I mean it was real. I guarantee you his opponents was that next morning they say wasn't nothing fake about that Stan Hansen fight last night. But Stan Hansen and then Terry Funk and Mick Foley, who was Cactus Jack and Mankind. But Terry Funk and Mick Foley, the two of them, just their style of wrestling, which is like what they call hardcore wrestling, which might involve some of the tables and the chairs and the barbed wire and the blood. And man, me and my brother just like when we first saw that style compared to the, you know what I mean, Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior, just in there, they're big muscular guys picking each other up and slamming them and getting big reactions. But it's like when we saw the hardcore wrestling, the Terry Funk, the blood and the craziness and people smashing through tables off the top rope, it was like, what is this? It's like, man, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, man, Stan Hansen, Terry Funk, guys like that just hit hard and just went hard, man, and just laid it all out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have seen a hardcore match before, and afterwards I was like, I don't know if I can watch it anymore. I'm a bit squeamish, if you feel that. But no, those are all legends in their own right. So those are some good picks, methinks. Mark, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up this interview?
Nah, man, I just hope that everybody who is able will come on out to the Civic Center. Tonight we got Ring of Honor. It's a Supercard of Honor. Bandito is defending the Ring of Honor world title. Bandito, for my money, is one of, I mean, I'm talking top 5, top 3 guys in the world. Bandito is amazing. He's my son Marshall. He's his favorite. So it's just going to be a good time tonight with the Ring of Honor show. And then tomorrow night we'll be live on TV, live on TNT, 8 o'clock, AEW Collision. AEW were the best wrestle, baby. I mean, that says it all. So, I mean, if you a fan of pro wrestling or if you're curious about pro wrestling, man, come on down to the Civic Center. It's gonna be some fun. I promise you that much.
Yeah, that's right. Highly recommend checking it out. Wrestling is incredible. All right, well, thank you so much, Mark, for coming into the beach today. We really appreciate it. It's an honor to have you here, and I've been freaking out about this the whole week. I'm like, this is so cool.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, and thank you all for listening to 93.5 The Beach.